everybody wants to go premium these days. You buy a smartphone, you have a regular version and you have a pro version. And same is the case with Maruti, who has rather successfully gone premium via its Nexa channel. Now if Nexa was a car brand by itself, it would be the third largest in India after Maruti and Hyundai. Guys and girls, welcome to MotorBeam. We are in Jaipur to drive Maruti's XL6 and I'm going to tell you what's different between this and the Ertiga. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit that bell button. The XL6 looks more macho and rugged due to the raised hood, side cladding, skid plates and roof rails. The black alloys also add a nice touch. While the Ertiga gets a projector setup and no LEDs, this one gets a 4-chamber LED headlight, fog light and DRLs, but the indicators are still halogen and not LEDs. The silhouette looks very Ertiga and even the wheelbase is the same. The interior layout is exactly the same, but you get stone finishing and silver accents. Now if you go back and see, previously all Maruti cars used to come with black interiors. Then they went beige, which was probably the new premium. And now all the Nexa cars come with black interiors, which I personally feel looks more premium than the beige. The front seats are quite supportive. It has good side bolstering. There is enough headroom, leg room and knee room here, and they are quite supportive even for long drives. Other features include a leather wrapped flat bottom steering wheel, ventilated cup holders, rear vents, power sockets for all the 3 rows, and this car also gets Maruti's latest Smart Play Studio infotainment system. This system also gives vehicle information such as low fuel alert and fuel economy. The XL6 also comes with Suzuki's Smart Connect, which can help you track your car via an app. One feature which Maruti has added over the Ertiga is the addition of cruise control. The biggest change in the interiors is that Maruti has ditched the bench and gone for captain seats in the second row. Now these seats are not only more comfortable, they also have a wide range of travel, which means you can easily adjust your room as per your need. The third row is exactly the same and can be easily accessed from the second row. Headroom and legroom is just average and under thigh support is lacking and you actually sit with your knees up. All the seats come with leather upholstery, which not only looks good but feels good too. Boot space is pretty good by this segment standards and can be increased by folding the last row of seats. Powering the XL6 is a BS6 compliant K15 petrol motor. This engine produces 105 bhp of power and 138 Newton meters of torque. Power delivery is very linear and very strong in the lower end and the high end, but the mid-range is kind of flat. As you go to the higher end, this engine gets very vocal and has a very typical racy tune to it. The XL6 uses Suzuki's second generation smart hybrid technology, which uses a lithium-ion battery which is placed right under the front passenger seat. Now this technology uses three basic features. One is a start-stop, regenerative braking and torque assist. Now what exactly is torque assist? It basically gives you that lower end punch at lower RPMs. This explains why the low end performance of this engine is so good. You get an option of two transmissions with this car. One is an old school 4-speed torque converter which does add to the convenience of automatic driving, but it is quite laggy when it comes to performance. On a 0 to 100 run, this gearbox is slower by almost 2 seconds as compared to the manual. And that's not it. It also delivers around 2 km per litre less in fuel efficiency when you compare it to the manual transmission. What we really like is the 5-speed manual transmission. This is not only more fun to drive, it has slick shift and well spaced out ratios for all driving conditions. The manual XL6 will deliver about 12 km to the litre and does a 0 to 100 run in about 12 seconds, which is definitely faster and more frugal than the automatic. The MPV segment is predominantly diesel and currently Maruti is not offering a diesel engine on this car. This is because the BS6 norms will kick in next year and Maruti already has a 1.5 litre diesel BS6 ready engine in its portfolio. The steering is light at low speeds, weighs up beautifully as the speeds pick up, handling is great by MPV standards. Yes, there is some amount of body roll, but it is well controlled. The suspension is set up on the softer side. So basically the XL6 will absorb everything that is thrown at it. Big bumps, small bumps, the ride quality is just fantastic. There is a slight amount of vertical movement, especially at the rear, but you can't make that out when you're on a full load. So to sum it up, it would be fair to say that Maruti has indeed found the perfect balance between ride and handling, and this car really doesn't feel like an MPV when you're driving it. It is so good when it comes to the steering feedback and the ride quality. Braking performance is good, the brakes bite well. However, we would have liked a bigger set of wheels on this car, but Maruti has ditched that for the sake of better fuel efficiency. The XL6 comes with dual front airbags, ABS, EBD and reverse parking sensors on all variants. The automatic one also gets ESP and hill hold. Although Maruti is positioning this as a premium MPV, there isn't much significant difference between this and the Ertiga, and mechanically they are identical. Maruti could have justified the premium tag by offering 6 airbags, auto-dimming interior rear view mirror, wireless charging and a sunroof. However, the XL6 makes perfect sense for those looking for additional comfort and better aesthetics and are willing to spend another lakh. That said, Maruti has managed to add a lot of appeal to the plain Jane MPV segment without compromising on the practicality. So guys, you've been commenting on my videos whether Faisal has become fat or who's this guy. So I want you to meet this guy here.
I have not become fat. I am still the same. This is my brother Dr. Javed. He's been doing reviews since the past 10 years and trust me, I'm not becoming fat. That's not me.
This time, I don't want any comments like who is this guy, now that you know both of us right here.
चलो वीडियो बंद करो. Bye bye.